thread, where I'll be talking about sustainable fashion and giving you tutorials on how to sew your own clothes and how to upcycle your clothes. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be making a really simple wide sleeve wrapped crop top. I actually made this for myself already, however after posting it on social media I got a lot of requests to make a tutorial, so I'm making one for my sister and I'm going to bring you guys along with the process. Let's get started! First we're going to measure around the widest part of your upper body, your bust, and that's 33 inches for me. You're going to take this number and divide it by 2 and then add 2. So 33 divided by 2 is 16.5, plus 2 is 18.5, and I'm going to round that up to 19. For the second measurement, you're going to measure from the top of your shoulder over your bust and to about where you want your top to end. For me, that's around 15 inches. Take this number and multiply it by 2 and add 4. So 15 times 2 plus 4 is 34. My measurements for the rectangle are going to be 19 on the short side and 34 on the long side.
I laid out my sheet and folded it over so the part that's on top is 19 inches. I measured from the bottom to the top to make sure it's even. You're also going to measure from the top of the rectangle to the bottom, 34 inches, and mark it with chalk. I have my 34 by 19 inch rectangle and I'm going to cut it out along each side until I have 2 rectangles. Now, I'm going to take the 2 pieces of fabric I just cut out and stack them on top of each other. Remember the measurement you took from your shoulder to your waist? Subtract 2 from this number and mark that length from the bottom of the rectangle. My measurement was 15 inches, so I marked 15 minus 2 or 13 inches. I'm going to serge along this edge. If you don't have a serger, you can just use a straight stitch. Then, I did a rolled hem along each side, except for the collar, which we will hem when we attach the ties for the wrap top later. This is a rolled hem. You just fold the fabric over once, and then fold it over again and stitch along the side. And here's videos of me sewing from different angles because hemming takes forever and I have a lot of footage.
Now I have my fabric, which is the 2 rectangles, and I hemmed all the edges. So to kind of see how this looks, I'm gonna put it on and kind of drape it over, and here you can see it's kind of taking shape and you can see where those wide sleeves are gonna come in. So next we're gonna be sewing the sleeves.
I've laid my fabric with the right sides facing up and now we're going to be sewing the sleeves. Fold the right sides together so the short sides of each rectangle are touching. Now that we have lined the edges, we're going to mark where the sleeves are. For the sleeves, you can choose what width you want. I measured 10 inches from the top and 9 inches from the side, and I connected the 2 marks with the French curve. You can eyeball this if you want. Now that I have the shirt marked, we can sew along where we drew the line to secure it.
Okay, so we sewed our sleeves, and now before we cut off the excess fabric, we can test the fit to see how it looks like. So right now we have it here, we just sewed along the sleeve and put it on. It's gonna feel a little weird because you do have all that excess fabric in the inside, but this gives you kind of like a look at how it will fit. And if you like the sleeve width and you feel like you have enough space, you can go ahead and cut off the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now we're going to take the measurements to see how long we need to make the ties for our wrap top. Take your measuring tape and put it above your belly button. Wrap it around behind you. Take note of where it hits the other side of your body. That's about 22 inches for me, and then you can see how much excess fabric you want for the ties. I like to make mine a little bit longer, so I'm adding 14 inches to the 22, and 14 plus 22 is 36. Now for the other tie, you're gonna once again put your measuring tape above your belly button. Wrap it around the other way, and mine's about 8 inches, and I'm gonna add 14 inches to that, and that's 22 inches. So I'm gonna have one tie that's 36 inches and one tie that's 22 inches. Let's go make them.
I cut out a 36 by 2 and a 20 inch by 2 inch fabric for the ties. To make the ties, I hemmed one of the short sides for a clean look. Then I folded each side to the middle. and then folded it in half and secured it. Here I am folding each side to the middle and then ironing, then folding it in half again and ironing once again. And here I am folding it one more time just to show you. And make sure you straight stitch that down. The last thing we have to do is hem the collar and attach the ties to the bottom of the shirt. To do the collar, we're going to do the same rolled hem we did before. Fold it once and fold it again and pin along the collar. Finally, we're going to place the wrap ties, which will be at the bottom of the shirt. You can decide if you want the longer tie to be on the right or left side. I prefer to have the longer tie on the left side of my shirt. So take the bottom of the shirt, slide the tie along the bottom hem, and fold it over. This way it's going in the right direction. I'll show it to you again up close. Put the raw edge of the tie in the rolled hem at the bottom of the shirt, and then fold it over so it's going in the right direction. You will be sewing over the fold, and it's a lot of fabric, so go slowly when you're sewing along this edge. Straight stitch the collar and the ties down, and then we're done with our wrap top.
So that's the end of this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for what I should do for future videos or any requests, please put it down in the comments. Thanks for watching!